Hey guys, this is Brian. As you saw by the thumbnail and the title, this is my Snowpocalypse 2025 shave video. I don't make many shave videos on my channel, as I've said before, but I spent all day yesterday shoveling snow out of driveways, and so I just thought this was a fitting theme. So just gonna be me shaving, talking, chatting. So here we go. I've already kind of wet my face, but I'm gonna do it again. So 1 second. Apparently, I only ever shave on camera in this one shirt because I think all my other videos have me wearing my sundown shirt from Phoenix Shaving. So why break the tradition? Stick with it. So I'm going to use an assortment of things that are either, I tried to stay more with the theme of actual ice and snow, things like that, and not just cold or the holidays or anything like that. But I am going to start with the CaYuen tube and just use that, as you can see by the thumbnail and the subsequent shot, if I can post in the comments maybe, with the amount of soap that I actually put in my bowl. I don't really need anything else added to it, but why not, when you've got the CaYuen tube, why not use it? And I just took a shower. I did my head shave in the shower, and so now I'm going to do the face shave. So any of you who know me know that I am a big fan of lucite brush handles, and as most of mine are, this was refurbished by Timothy Abernathy, who has just moved into a new house and could really use your help to replace his hot water heater. So please go to eBay and buy all of the brushes that he has. So this one I had themed kind of like a Glacier. And so like this one, I have this exact same handle in another color and with a badger knot in it. As you saw, I've got quite a few different snow themed soaps that are mixed in this. I used my CaYuen bowl, and there's so much lather in there, and I'm gonna probably do a 3-pass shave, so I'm gonna have so much left, and I'm gonna have to wash this shirt when I'm done. But I'd already pre-mixed the pre-whipped the lather. It did take a hot minute because there was a lot of soap, and I did use a lot of, it's just flying everywhere, a lot of water to get it ready. Give my little clown smile there. I always say that you can never feel more self-conscious about the color of your teeth than when you have white shaving cream around your face. Every time I shave, I'm like, oh yeah, it don't look that bad when I don't have shaving cream. I'm gonna be using the SR71 from the Holy Black. Just kind of, I was thinking about black ice because that's what we usually get here in Memphis more than anything. The snow doesn't last very long, but it usually melts and refreezes as ice. So just thinking about that and the blackbird and stealthiness and all that. So I'm using a Perma-Sharp. I was thinking of permafrost when I chose it inside of here. And so that was why I chose that. Got quite a few shave soaps, and some of them I have the accompanying splashes and balms and other things for that are either ice or snow related. I did not put Phoenix Shaving's cold spices in that picture, and I didn't put it in the bowl, and that's not because I didn't think it deserved to be in there, but I was really sticking more with things that had to do with ice. I know that it was very cold and very snowy and very icy. Snow, I'm sorry, is what I was really kind of more going towards. When Shackleton was down there, and I get it, and you can only put so much stuff in a bowl, right? So I left that one out. And I think I didn't have the soap. I think I just have the Star Jelly. I may pull it out here at the end. I've got quite a few other aftershave products to put on. I actually usually shave with music playing on Spotify. So I actually don't get to hear the feedback most of the time. I actually prefer it that way to not have the awkward silence going on. By the way, on the subject of the Holy Black, they've had a couple of forays into shaving materials. Well, that wasn't a good time. But every so often, they will, oh yeah, I'm just getting all over the shirt now. They will put out a notice that they're having a sale, and it's usually like 4 hours. And they have a very colorful description for their discount code that they use. And so if you're ever going to buy like one of their razors, which is the SR71, they also do it in a slant, I think. I just don't really care for slant razors. But if you're ever going to buy one of their razors or the straight razors, I don't know personally about their brush. I don't think it's anything to write home about, no offense to them, but they used to do soaps. Well, they still do soaps, but they used to do a soap that they did with Massey, which is the oldest, holy crap, there's a lot of lather in this brush. The oldest soap maker, continuous soap maker, oldest soap maker period. Anyway, oldest soap maker in America. And they did, Holy Black did some soaps for them, but they discontinued those like a year and a half, 2 years ago. And so Massey has now just gone to just doing creams. So if you still have one of those tins, then hold on to it, because they're good soaps, and it's neat to have something from that company. But yeah, this I got this during one of those sales and got like 50% off of this. I think the razor then cost me like $30, $40, something like that. This is a very heavy razor, even though for being kind of small, it is a very heavy handle, which is cool. Now just change it up. I've got long handles, skinny handles, fat handles. That sounds like a song getting ready to start. I do not, this is gonna be so bad. I do not prefer short and stubby handles, but this one is neat, and so I'm glad I have it. I highly doubt anybody pays attention to the directions that I'm shaving when I do this, but I followed Matt Pisarcik's suggestion a long time ago, and I checked my grain map. I didn't actually write it down. I just paid attention and remembered it, and actually looked at where my hair was growing. So when I get to different parts of my face and neck, I shave it different directions. And usually, cross my fingers, I'm able to end up with a nice, smooth, comfortable shave at the end, because I have cut the hair over 3 passes in each relative, 3 different passes relative in each area to where that hair grows, how that hair grows. I actually used to do 4 passes in a shave, pardon me. And basically was just doing that 4th pass just to get perpendicular, or not perpendicular, diagonal here across my jawline. And that was really the only point of that pass. And I've just started incorporating it into the end of my 3rd pass. But That's what I do. There's so much lather in. I wonder if I don't normally do this. I don't ever do it when I'm sitting here by myself, but there is so much going on. Shout out to Subi Shaves. I feel like that's gloopy like yours are. There's enough soap here, which is not a surprise based on how much soap I used from how many different tubs I used it. But there's enough soap here that I could literally have done head and face all in one video. Just flying everywhere. And still had more left over, but really did not want to put out an hour-long video. I'm already at 11 minutes, so hopefully this one won't be 30. But anyway, so yeah, snow shave. Just themed after snow. I do not own Barrister and Mann Promises, which is another snow themed item, product line. But I do, almost took that angle a little wonky. I do own Eigengrau and what was the other one I put in here? Oh, Taiga. Taiga is really kind of more about the wood than it is the snow as far as the theme. Because if you hadn't learned by seeing me post or reading the title of this channel, I can't smell it anyway. So it really doesn't mean much to me. But I always kind of like to include Taiga around the time of year when I'm doing my things that make you think about walking through a snow-laden forest, that kind of stuff. I was just thinking, somebody the other day was asking about, on Facebook, about, you know, whether people do long strokes or, this is that fourth that I'm just going to save a pass for. But somebody was asking about long strokes versus short strokes. I don't know if anybody would argue that there's a difference between short strokes and buffing. But I do a combination of both, where my face is, I should probably pay attention during this part, where my face is long and flat, as a face can be. Then you saw me do more longer, like when I did up, I did all the way up and all the way up, all the way. But when I get to areas where the shaving area is smaller or shorter, then I'll do shorter strokes. Some of you are sitting there going, oh my gosh, he has gone over the same area so many times. And to some extent, that's true. I know that I do. I know I go over some things too much. But I usually don't feel it in irritation after the shave. And also, it doesn't help that I'm trying to talk while I shave. And there is really nothing worse. Shaving, getting ready, going to work, getting into work, and all of a sudden, like, right there's a couple of hairs you just didn't get. Oh, that's the worst. And I don't keep a shave set at work to go run into the bathroom and fix it. Maybe some of you do. Okay. I really feel fine with this. But just because I mentioned it, because I got a boatload of soap left, I'm going to go ahead and do a light fourth pass for the heck of it. Now I've got that. I don't even know what the song is. They play it at the gym. All the way up. All the way up. I don't know what the song is. I don't even know who sang it. but now I've got that stuck in my head. So I don't know what the final total was in Memphis of what we got snowfall wise. I think that they were originally projecting an average kind of number. There were high and low, but the average numbers were like 5 to 6 inches, something like that. All I know is that there's lots of trees around where we live, and so the snow and everything's stuck. And but yesterday I was out shoveled my driveway, and one of my neighbors came over and he helped me shovel mine. So then I went over and helped shovel his, which is much taller, steeper, much longer than mine. But we try to do that in our neighborhood, try to look out for each other. And then when we were done, the house in between us is, there's an older woman that lives there. And we were like, well, let's do hers. So we did hers. Now, I'm not telling, I don't need any praise or accolade for that because I started with my own first. But, and then we got done with that one. And as we were getting ready to finish, the lady on the other side of him was coming home, and she was slipping all over her driveway because hers hadn't been done at all. So we were like, stop driving up your driveway because that makes it worse and harder to do. And so then we went over and did hers real quick. So I'm snow shoveled out, but it gave me a cool idea to think about this shave. And so I enjoyed that. I'm really glad I don't have a cleft chin, but man, the stubble on your chin. Is some of the hardest to get completely done, and also the most pointless because it grows back so fast, at least for me. So on this third or fourth pass, I will just go every possible which way I can imagine. Now, this Perma-Sharp blade is not so sharp that I'm going to risk, doing much damage doing that, but I'm just like, I'm going to whack that hair down. Okay, so got all that. I just use a bowl in the sink, so I'm not constantly running water. I'll do cleanup later. Okay, still have enough lather to do a lot. I'm not going to do anything with it. This is a complete waste. I'm going to clean it out later. I'm going to throw all this lather away because I've got a billion soaps and I will never finish them all. And people keep dropping new soaps, and I actually got to the point where I don't buy soaps anymore. Unless it's a super kind of release that I really, really want to have a whole set for, but I've gotten to the point where I don't do it. One second, I'm going to wash all this off. Yeah, this shirt's going to be soaking wet when I'm done here. Somebody else was commenting recently about cold water versus hot water. And I used to, when I first started, I was all on the hot water train. I was like, that's the way people do it. That's how I'm going to do it. And, I had plenty of good shaves that way. But man, when I started doing, the first thing I started doing was cold water on the razor. So when that water that I just had down there was cold. I'm probably not great about wiping the counter with that, but whatever. That water was cold on the razor and on the blade because I did tend to notice when I had hot blade, hot razor, whatever, that I would tend to get sometimes irritation or redness, or just it wouldn't be quite as smooth there. But when I started doing a cold water, which is harder to get the hair and the gum, stick them and lather off, whatever. But when I started to do that, I noticed it was better. So this is if you're really fancy and you can get, is that backwards? Is there a way for me to make it not, that's still backwards, but at least it's right side up. If you're really fancy and fun, you can get an old glass bottle that has your last name on it. And so that's what I did. And this is the one, this is not for drinking. This is what I use for my witch hazel. I used to use Thayer's and Dickinson. I think it's Dickinson, I don't know, whatever. But recently when I needed to replenish it, I would happen to be in CVS. And CVS had their bottle. And I don't know, it called it like a pore perfecting toner or whatever, but the whole thing was still 100% witch hazel, so I don't really know what the difference would be. But I mean, it's not because I'm such a great shaver that all my shaves are wonderful. But ever since I switched to this particular kind of witch hazel, man, it just does not sting and zing like at all. In fact, I've got the main bottle right there, pore perfecting toner, 100% natural witch hazel. Ingredients: Hamamelis virgiana witch hazel extract and alcohol. And this particular witch hazel, even on a shave, when I know during the shave I'm like, oh, this is going to not be great, it doesn't burn as much. I don't know what the difference is. So I have so many post-shave things that I put in the picture, and I'm going to try to use all of them. I'm going to start with the Buchanan Ice Cold. This exact same thing is made, what's the company that Target seems to own or whatever? Oh no, maybe it's not that. It's Cremo, I think, makes the exact same bottle, and except for the fact that it doesn't say Buchanan, everything else looks the same. They also make a cool little travel size of this, and this is just a really good. I mean, I like it. I don't like menthol. I don't like a lot of cold stuff. I think personally that I like this now better than what I used throughout all of the 2000s and 2010s with cartridge shaving. I completely forgot earlier that I did my head earlier, so I could be putting stuff up there too. But yeah, whether you get the Buchanan, the Cremo, I think it's made in the same factory, by the same company, for two different names. And I'm by myself tonight, so it doesn't matter what I smell like. I can be a combination of all these things, and nobody will care because I can't smell, and that's all. So, okay. If you have never tried 345 Soap Company, John Patton, this is one of, I'm going to take a wild guess because my phone's here and I can't look at my shaved in. Shout out Matt Spadafora. But if you have never tried 345, I probably own, just in soaps, I probably own 8 to 10 345 Soap Company soaps. And this is, I like to take it off the lid. It gets stuck on there, just easier for me. But if you've never used any of their products, I think John has pretty much gone now to where he is just doing his subscription service. Yeah, that was too much. And so I'm not 100% sure about that, but I think that's the case. And he's making enough to make himself happy, and that's perfectly fine. But if you've never used, there's so much on my hands. So this is sometimes what I do, even when I don't use too much, is I put some on, I wash and dry off my hands, and then I go back and I rub it through again. Anyway, if you haven't ever, there's some great products. I cannot attest to how any of them smell, because that's not my jam. In the words of Austin Powers, that's not my bag, baby. But I do know that I get compliments from them when I wear them. This snow-capped has a scent note of, there's something about crisp air, or I'm ruining it now and I don't remember what do they write it? Hold on, does he write it on the side? Ingredients. Put the soap oil ready. Nope, not on the cologne. Anyway, but so 345 Soaps. It's a great company. You can buy a lot of their stuff. And little note right there where it says shake before use. I'm not claiming anything, but somebody once said, hey, John, I find that I need to shake when I shake all the aftershaves now, but I need to shake it up to get it to mix together. And it'd be a great reminder if that was written on the label. And then voila, in future releases, shake before use got written on there. And you're sitting there thinking, what kind of dumb son of a gun couldn't just shake the... And okay, well, you do you. That person will do that person. But I've just gotten to the point now where I shake everything. I shake my star jellies from Phoenix Shaving. Shake it like a Polaroid picture. This whole shave video turned Christopher Williams real quick. Shout out to Christopher. I got a lot of head real estate, so I'm able to move stuff around. So that's what I got for all that. I'm gonna put all that together. There's one last item that I had laid out. There's no real need for me to put this on because I'm at home by myself for the rest of the night, but that would be the small batch cologne. And I think John knows this because when he did his Cloak and Daggers, he switched to a different bottle. But, and he's not the only vendor that uses this type of bottle and this type of cap, pump sprayer. I'm not a big fan of these. And it's really more this part. It has nothing to do with the bottle. But it's the sprayer on these. But I will say on the Cloak and Dagger fragrances, shout out to Fab, which is a rock star and a compliment monster. He changed to a improved bottle and spray, and I have not gotten, I've never done the subscription program, so I haven't gotten anything recently from him. That would be in a different bottle for a cologne, for the small batch cologne. So anyway, okay. I've just used so much product. I'm glistening. I can see on my lip there. I feel wonderful. I feel really, Matt Sarsic always says like a tackiness. I felt that before I put a boatload of post-shave product on my face and my head, but feels great. Had a great shave. Gonna relax, and most of the snow is already melted. It's on the yards, but on the streets, it's melted away. So hope you all have a great day. I'm short of 30 minutes. Yay. And I will see you guys the next time I film a shave video. Have a great day. Bye.